Hey guys, I'm Amit Kumar and welcome to this video in which we are going to talk about for loop. So Apex supports three variations of the for loop: the traditional for loop, collection iterating with for loop, and sequential with for loop. A traditional for loop looks like for, initialization, condition check, updation, body of loop, and closing of for. So you can see all the three things that we basically do with the loop counter is performed in one single line with a for loop. It is a programmer's favorite loop because of its syntax, as the syntax is quite simpler, and to understand the number of iterations of the loop, you need not to move to different places in your loop. You can understand that with one single line. For loop can have multiple initializations separated by a comma, but there can be only one condition, though multiple conditions can be combined using logical operator. So we can create a for loop in which we are initializing more than one variables at the same place, but we can't do more than one updation at the same place, and we can't give more than one conditions. Though we can provide multiple conditions by combining them with help of logical operator and forming a single condition with them. Now let's try to understand the basic flow of a for. As soon as a for statement is executed, the initialization of the loop counter takes place, and throughout the life cycle of for, this statement is executed only once. Once the initialization is done, it moves to the condition check, and in case the condition evaluates to true, it executes all the statements within this block of for. Once this for block is executed, it goes back to the updation, and after the updation, it again performs the condition check. So this whole cycle continues till this condition evaluates to true, and as soon as the condition becomes false, it stops the loop and it comes out of the loop and executes the very next statement after the for loop. So it's pretty much of talk about for loop. Now it's time to see the things practically. So guys, here we are on our developer console, and let's create the first program with the for loop. So guys, here is our program, and this program is going to print a number, its square root and cube root within a range. So you can see in this show between method we have passed two numbers as parameter, and then we actually call two methods of the math class. These methods are math.min and math.max. And as the name suggests, both these methods accept two numbers and return the lower or the higher among them. So here the math.min will return the smaller number of num1 and num2 and assign it to starting point, and math.max will return the higher number of num1 and num2 and will assign it to an ending point. Now we have created these starting point and ending point so that this loop can always start from a lower number and will reach to the higher number no matter in which order you are passing the number over here. Now this for loop is having a num as the loop counter, and we are initializing the num with the starting point. The num will run until unless the value of num is less than equals to the ending point, and every time we are updating the value of num by 1. Now inside this loop we have written one single statement where we have called two more methods of the math class. These methods are square root and cube root, which returns the square root and cube root of the number passed as parameter. So you can see we are printing the number and we are printing the square root and cube root of the number itself. So if the starting point is 1 and ending point is 10, it is going to print from 1 to 10 along with all the square roots and cube roots of those numbers. So let's run this program. So guys, as you can see, I am calling the show between method of the square cube root class with values 20 and 40, and let's click on execute. So guys, you can clearly see this loop is printing from 20 to 40 along with the square roots and cube roots of each number. I am running the same program again, and this time I will provide the value as 40 and 20 just to show you the purpose of the min and max method that we have used in the program. So you can clearly see, though I have passed 40 as the first number and 20 as the second number, still it is printing from 20 to 40. Now guys, let's create one more program with for loop to understand how we can perform multiple initialization within a for loop. So guys, in this program I am having a simple show method which is having two variables declared over here as num1 and num2, and you can clearly see I have assigned num1 and num2 with value 1 and 10 respectively, separated by a comma. Here I have given two conditions, but I combined them with the help of a logical operator, so it completely behaves as one single condition. And here in the updation I have updated the value of num1. I also wanted to update num2, but there can't be two updation at same place. Hence I updated the num2 inside the for loop itself after printing the value of num1 and num2. So let's see the output. And as you can see, it's printing 1:10, 2:9, 3:8, 4:7, where the first value is num1 and the second value is num2. And that's how we can do multiple initialization within a for loop. And guys, that marks the end of this video. See you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you and take care.